God damn it. I don't have a kid with me or a bike, so I guess I can't go this way. So, I want to talk about what I would like to refer to as the idea of calmness of knowing. Sorry about the shaky cam, I'm not used to holding it like this. So, basically, while we're walking around, living our lives in this matrix, it's kind of important that we remind ourselves to not take anything too seriously. So, for example, oh shit, the economy is going to crap, and everyone's taking the letter, and it's like, so what? Let's say that, you fucking lose your job or something, and you never get another one, you fucking become homeless, you fucking get hit by a car or whatever. Like, so? Does it matter? Like, you're literally a fucking, immortal god figure. So like, so what? Just as long as you know how to get the hell out of this matrix, then it doesn't really matter what happens within it. So I just want to remind everyone to try and, chill out and not, run around too much, so to speak. Alright, I want to tell you a little funny story, because there's, it's easy to feel ashamed about things, like I'm not good enough and stuff like that. So, for example, when I first joined in, with the real beings community, or whatever we would like to call it, like finding a Discord channel with real beings in and so on, I didn't really feel comfortable like talking to anyone at that point, because I had this like sense that I wasn't good enough for it. So what value do I have to share with everyone? Like, I barely knew what the fuck, the soul trap even was. And since I barely knew anything, I basically figured that, if I go into a conversation with someone that, knows all this shit, and I won't be able to say anything. So, hi kitty. So it's like, okay, well, what kind of value do I have to, communicate or interact with anyone? But like, hope you guys can hear what I'm saying. So basically, like, all right, let's say I joined the call, and then someone asked me a deep question, and I feel too stupid and ignorant to answer it. So I was kind of afraid to like communicate with real people, and not just from a shame perspective, but also from a rejection perspective. So, for example, I've basically been, told that I'm a piece of shit by my family, my whole life growing up. And then I realized that, everyone around me is a fake NPC character, so I'm basically playing a single player game in this reality. That gave me a pretty lonely feeling of just pure isolation. And then if you combine that with the understanding that, oh, wait, there are actually real people out there. But it's like, okay, well, what if they reject me as well? What if, like, my parents, they tell me that I'm a piece of shit, and I don't deserve compassion, that I'm too stupid to be around? Like, that kind of fear kind of, made me hesitant to even interact with anyone when I first discovered, that there's actually a community of real people out there. And the first time I joined in on a voice call in one of these communities, I was a bit shaky. Basically, I was pretty afraid of like even saying anything. Like, I didn't feel like I had enough information, to contribute to the conversation. And that's like after I made my escape guide video. So like, some people might look at that video and think that I'm, really knowledgeable about things, but really I consider myself like a retard, basically. And I barely know enough, to try and help people out. It's not like you have to feel like you're not, knowledgeable enough to have value. Just being around someone that's real is a pretty good feeling. Like during my first voice chat with real people, I had this like really energetic feeling about just listening to them talk. And after the conversation was over, I just felt, like, what the fuck do I do now? Like there's nothing else to do. Kind of like the feeling people get when they finish the Lord of the Rings movies, and you just have that, like, now what kind of feeling. Like we're just standing there, wanting more, but people have stuff to do. So yeah, I think it's pretty important that we recognize that, we're all a bunch of lost children anyways. So don't take this world too serious and try to not be too hard on yourself. Like, you have value even if you have nothing to say. Like, that's completely fine, Just like a thumbs up, or just posting a comment, about just random shit even, Like, just the fact that you're there, has value. So I want you to recognize that, so you don't think that you need to be some kind of intellectual to have value, because you really don't need to be that way. So I was gonna make a video, and I walked over here, and then this started playing. Is this what you experienced, Derek? Is this what it's like? Oh yeah, and then I moved past it and it stops playing, because obviously.